morning, everyone. What a joy to be here. So this is my icebreaker today, and really happy to be a part of this club to leverage this time to improve my public speaking skills. And as part of my icebreaker, I could start by telling you about all the wonderful things I've done. I was born in the Netherlands. I've lived in France. I've lived in Australia. I've lived in the Netherlands again for the last 10 years. Now, obviously, in New Zealand, I'm trilingual. I speak French, I speak Dutch, a little bit of English. That's not too bad either. I'm 3 times national champion in amateur boxing for this country. I was also ranked number 6 in the world in 2010 for amateur boxing. I'm also 3 times national champion in weightlifting, Olympic weightlifting in the Netherlands. I came 3rd and I came 5th at the European weightlifting champs 2 times, as well as having won a 4th placing at the World Cup at the Masters weightlifting champs. I also competed in CrossFit and I came 7th in 2018 at the Lowlands Throwdown. Oh, and some pictures. I had some pictures as well. There we go. There's little Esker. I consider myself an athlete. I'm also a coach. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business owner. And I'm extremely passionate about all things health. And one last thing. I love role playing. Now, a lot of people are really impressed by this list of accomplishments. And I must admit, my resume is pretty long. I don't know how I'm going to write role playing on my resume, but that's for another point, another day. In order to get to know a person, however, do you ask, what do you do for a living? How many kids do you have? Where do you live? Does it really allow you to get to know someone? And having known now my list of achievements, does it really allow you to get to know me? Thank you, General Toastmaster. Welcome esteemed guests, and hello, my fellow Toastmasters. I'd like to actually take this opportunity to share with you what I think makes me who I am. So these 6 things are really what I believe make me who I am. I believe in health first. I believe that our health is our greatest commodity. I strive to do daily all those things that contribute to my health. So, for example, physical activity, nutrition, and sleep. And those 3 things allow me to do all those things that I want to achieve in a single day. For me, sport has been my saviour. It's kept me out of trouble, it's kept me in shape, it's also kept my mental health in check. So those 3 things are really, really important to me. I'm also authentic. I believe that by not being authentic, I'm firstly lying to myself, and that's one biggest crime. So not lying to myself, not lying to those around me, not lying to you guys about who I am. I strive to be honest with myself, whether this means to work harder, to work less, to train harder, to train smarter, to show up for my family, for my friends, to visit my dad, to stop slacking off, to show up for myself, have difficult conversations with those around me or having difficult conversations with myself. I'm also very adaptable. Having experienced international travel since I was 6 years old, learning different languages by total immersion, I've been able to adapt to different cultures, to different environments. I've had to adapt during the COVID pandemic. I had a massive gym at the time. So trying to keep that business afloat, that requires adaptability. You know, making plans, changing plans, and not feeling rigid that certain things have to go one particular way. I also consider myself resilient, a strength that was cultivated during my boxing career. So can you imagine training twice a day, 6 days a week, for 10 years, for sometimes only 3 competitions in a year? I remember that one competition for me lasted no longer than 8 minutes. So all that training for 8 minutes. Sometimes I'd show up to a tournament expecting to have an opponent. I would prepare myself, I would weigh in, I'd make weight, and my opponent pulls out. That happens more times than I care to remember. The number of times I've been to international tournaments, hoping to get a fight internationally, because eventually we had to go travel overseas to get those opponents. I'd show up, weigh in, compete like it was the last thing I did on this planet, and not get the judge's decision. Do everything I can to win gold. I won gold, in my opinion, I won gold, but not take home the gold medal. That also happens. And those kinds of setbacks really build resilience in sport. What I also learned in sport is discipline. To me, discipline is not having any other choice, taking or removing the choice for an alternative. So discipline to me is getting up, going to the gym, eating well, sleeping well. So once again, I can do those things that I want to do in my day. Removing the choice for an alternative, that's what discipline is for me. Having also the discipline to make time to read, to research, to write. I'm self-employed, and you can't imagine how often that TV looks so tempting. I can turn on the TV and I can hang out with my buddy Netflix. But no, it's about showing up for myself. It's about being disciplined to do all those things I need to do on a daily basis. So we often talk about lessons learnt in life. Have you ever thought about the lessons you've learnt in life? What's allowed you to learn those lessons? And do you continue to practice those lessons? The next time you meet someone new, I challenge you to, instead of asking them, what do you do for a living? Where do you live? But ask them what values they believe in and where have they learnt their biggest life lessons. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters.